Y'all, this is belgianxghillie, or belgianxghillie. I just say belgianxghillie, but I know it can get kind of confusing. As you can see, my hair is acting up again. I see, me and my hair have a gentleman's disagreement. It gets to be a douche whenever it wants, make me look like an idiot, and every once in a while I get to cut all his arms and legs off with a scissor. Anyways, I have a lot to talk about this episode. I went to San Jose, and what was cool about it is there's this huge psychedelic conference thing going on at the hotel. Well, I don't know if it was cool, but it was kind of funny. On the during in the hallways, they were it smelled like weed basically, and I think I got a little high walking just from walking around. No, yeah, so it was really fun, and I also went to the space to the computer museum. I saw something really interesting that I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who's noticed, but it made no sense at the time. So I saw there's this poster. It said a bunch of computer stuff, Donkey Kong, computer chip, all that stuff. But it said three things in a row that I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who noticed. It was floppy joystick lol. I'm not entirely sure how to explain this, but that's what it said. I'm still trying to figure out if someone even noticed that. Now I'm gonna do something a little different this episode. I'm gonna show you my random object of the day first. That random object is this, which is what I've been using to replace my flip camera, which instead of just writing stuff down, like I've been doing, I'll just record it, I'll just hold it to my face and record it. So, as I have this, I can actually see what I need to talk about. See, so I'll talk about So yeah, it was a pretty fun trip. Like, my mom, I also went to the tech museum with my dad, and we saw a bunch of cool stuff. I don't know, the places kind of felt like downsized a little bit. With all this new epic technology that we have nowadays, that you don't, with you kids and your, iPods and skateboards and whatever hell else you have. Let's see if I can think. Your internet porn. Actually, that's not so bad, but never mind. So yeah, they kind of felt like really small compared to the other times I've been there. Let's see, that's why I have this book. So I'm running out of things to do, and I have to read it. So, let's go to my randomness section. I have sections on this thing. So, oh yeah, I went to an IHOP there actually twice, and I think the first time I almost went to insulin shock because I couldn't find my pulse anywhere in here. So that was kind of scary. And one thing I learned about it is, have you seen an IHOP? If you answered yes, then you know what I'm talking about. I saw an IHOP. Well, I heard about there's an IHOP that was converted into a church because it just has that that little really angled ceilings. So I think that was pretty funny because it's an IHOP which begs a question. So I would like you to answer this question in the comment section below, kind of stealing Ray William Johnson's little thing there. Do you think there are IHOPs in other countries? In case you're really stupid, IHOP means International House of Pancakes. So, if you think there's another country, let's just say what you think there is. Like if they're in another country, other countries. So, I don't know. Something I've noticed when I've just been reading through this thing is that I have really, really shitty handwriting. But I've been trying to work on that. So here I'm going to show you an example of a joke. Let's see. Nobody wants to go to Denny's. I'll tell you that joke right now. That's the thing. Nobody wants to nobody says wakes up in the morning, let's go to Denny's. No, they always end up at Denny's. You never go there on purpose. Now the thing is, now tell me if this looks any better. Yeah, I've decided that if I write sideways, it might look a little bit better. And this may be a really random thing to talk about, but I have really shitty handwriting. I want to improve. So, let's see. What else do I have to talk about here? Okay, I need to give some shout-outs. Obviously, Saphira's Jewel, which I'm pronouncing right now. Tutu Christian Solis Tutu. I am subscribed to him. I only subscribe to maybe 10 or 11 people, so I'll post a link eventually. I don't know. I guess I'll post a link to his channel. He makes random ass shit just like me, just like Saphira's Jewel do. So he'd be cool to check out. So you should go look on his channel. Also, I'd like to give another shout out to a group that I really believe needs more attention from the internet people. It's they're called Frictional Games. They're a game company, and they made the actually really well done Penumbra series, which is like it's not really about you fighting. It's kind of like a first person game where you kind of move through areas. Well, it's kind of actually it's all that's a lot of games actually. Well, it's like you're solving puzzles like through the 3D environment, like with physics. So let's see if I can find a good example. Well, it's kind of a basic one, but in the beginning you're kind of crawling through this kind of frozen tundra, and you find like a little frozen door. You need to like break the ice. So what you do is you go and grab a rock, and since I'm using a little Mac here, I don't really have a right click. So what you have to do is take the rock and go and shatter the rock instead of just throwing it, because the right click is a throw button. But they have demos on there, and I really suggest you go and buy them. I'm kind of doing the little scratchy thing. Hey man, you got $20? Got $20 to get home, man. Anyways, so yeah, that's all I really have to talk about. Oh yes, lifeguarding. I passed all the tests. Like I made the 550 in 7:27, 7 minutes 27 seconds, which apparently they're impressed because I'm kind of a little bit big. I'm a big guy, so I guess he was impressed that I could manage to make it in that amount of time. Not being, I don't have a six pack or anything. Let's put that out there. As Jazz would say, I have a belly. Jazz is one of my friends. He'll be on my webcam eventually when I have, my little camera so I can record people. So, and I think my interview went well. I kind of got caught up in like a question where he asked me to describe myself in 5 words. I used tall, kind, patient, enduring. I'm just here. I'm like persevering, and that was my 5. So I think I got him to laugh though because I said, "What?" His question was, "What do you think is going to be the most challenging thing for you as being a lifeguard?" And I would say, "Well, I don't want to be rude, but it's probably dealing with the people because I know someone's going to like talk back to me. I'm gonna have to like not like explode on them." And immediately I realized, oh crap, he's gonna think I'm like a hothead. So I said after that, "Well, okay, I'm not like a really angry person. Like I don't get angry really easily, so I really don't have to worry about that. It's just something to think about and try to avoid." And yeah, so yeah, sorry about this really crappy quality. I even see on the little YouTube screen right there, it's all kind of fuzzy. So I'll eventually, I'll get the HD flip, so it would look nice and pretty, just for you guys, just for you guys, you. So yeah, keep on keeping on.